Good evening to you. We are joining you from the newsroom with another special report. Now, everyone is talking about this special cabinet memorandum that we revealed to the general public yesterday. This cabinet paper is with regard to the project that everyone is talking about, the controversial 3.85 billion US dollar oil refinery project in the Mirijuvilla EPZ. Now, we spoke to you about several issues pertaining to this particular project as well. We have another special report today, but before we go there, I want to draw your attention to several facts as well. Now, yesterday we reported to you about the affidavit that has been put forward by Mr. Jagat Rakshagan, who is a politician in India, a controversial politician who was a leader of the DMK party as well. When he is about to face for the general elections happening in India, he has put forward an affidavit stating out his liabilities and assets, and he says his assets are worth 114.7 crore in Indian rupees. So what I'm trying to say right now is the fact, a point that has been clearly raised by Transparency International Sri Lanka. Transparency International Sri Lanka warned Sri Lanka over controversy surrounding oil refinery. Now, in their release yesterday sent out by Transparency International, they clearly reiterate that there could be a risk of money laundering that is taking place through this oil refinery project in Mirijuvilla in Hambantota. Now, why this gets further heightened is by facts like this, where a businessman, a politician has amassed a wealth pertaining to about 1.1 billion rupees, Indian rupees in his country. And they also say that he has not purchased any shares, or his spouse, his wife has not purchased any shares of this company in Singapore as well. And in this article, the Hindu article, it clearly says that the company that is investing in our country through Singapore is not a company that has commenced full-fledged operations. So again, the question comes as to where this money is coming from. The 3.85 billion that the government says is being invested in our country, where is this money coming from? Earlier, we reported to you that Oman denied that they are investing in the country. We saw a minister from Oman coming here only as a chief guest. In his speech, he did not mention that he is investing in this, like our ministers go and declare open various things, including sometimes public laboratories, small houses that they construct. We do not know whether this person, the minister who came from Oman, is just here on the basis of an invitation extended to him. The money is not coming from Oman. The money is not coming from India. The $3.85 billion that the government is promising to the people of this country in terms of an investment, where is that money coming from? And on top of that, here we have the Transparency International Sri Lanka reporting to the general public the risk that is involved in this particular project that is going to take place in Mirijuvilla, Hambantota as well. And as you can see, Transparency International in their release as well, they have done their research into what is going on. And two important points should be raised at this moment. Sri Lanka is in a grey list along with several other countries, Pakistan, Ethiopia, in a grey list with regard to the financial task force list that has been put together with regard to black money and money laundering. Now, this financial task force is a body that monitors our country from time to time. It's a very powerful organization put together by the G20 countries. And in a backdrop where we are in a grey list and these people keep on checking on the situation of our country, if investments that are not so clear to the general public happen in this manner in our country, what will happen to the financial situation, the financial credibility that our country holds in the international eyes? That is one main question that we have. With regard to the Right to Information Act that is functioning in our country, according to Section 9 of the RTI Act, if a project of this nature, a project that is over 100,000 US dollars is being carried out in the country, the subject minister who proposes this project to the Cabinet of Ministers should put forward the financial details of that particular project out before the general public 3 months prior to the commencement of the said project. Now, has that happened in this instance with regard to this particular project? Again, we do not see that happening. All in all, there is a controversial businessman coming in from India. He says he has quit the company that is investing in Sri Lanka. Oman denies that they are investing in Sri Lanka. We see a minister coming here who is solely based on an invitation. All in all, the people of this country question as to where the 3.85 billion rupees that has been, billion dollars rather, that has been promised, the largest investment they call it, where is that money coming from? That is the big question that we have. Now I want to draw your attention to a similar type of incident that has happened where public money is at risk. Once again, I want to draw your attention to this particular document that we have. We are shifting from the oil refinery in Minijabela, the proposed oil refinery in Minijabela, to, we are going all the way to the north, to a power plant that has been constructed there. Now there is a story here. Now this is a document that we have got hold through our investigative journalists from the Ceylon Electricity Board, the financial performance of October 2018 and 2017 as well. What does this report have? Now there is a power plant that has been put together in the North Province, in Chunnakam to be more precise, that has been shut down based on a court order provided in the year 2015. The power plant in the Northern Province in Chunnakam has been shut down as per a court order in 2015. So what happens thereafter? If you just take a look at this particular graph here, in 2018, we are paying, the general public, the CEB is paying 492 million rupees for this northern power plant. And in 2017, they are paying a sum of 686 million rupees to this northern power plant. This is in 2017 and in 2018. When did the power plant, the northern power plant in Chunnakam, Jaffna, stop operations? In 2015. These are payments made in 2017 and in 2018. A value close to 1.1 billion rupees has been made to this particular power plant that is not in operation anymore based on a court order in 2015. The interesting story here is that this northern power plant belongs to a company called MTD Walkers that we have been exposing from time to time. We remember executive deputy chairman of that company who held cross directorships at the Bank of Ceylon as well, People's Bank, I beg your pardon, People's Bank as well, holding cross directorships, obtaining loans to the tune of, obtaining facilities to the tune of 10 billion rupees. Now these same people owed back to the state banks that they have borrowed from to the tune of 20 billion, and they are at a level where they are not performing so well financially, and the banks are now struggling to gain that money back from these individuals, MTD Walkers PLC. In that backdrop, while the people are losing out the money that they have through the two state banks, we also see a situation where the Ceylon Electricity Board, our money is being going again without any use, 492 million in 2018 and 686 million in 2017. So these are the incidents that we have to prove the financial mismanagement of our country in terms of the politicians. The actions of a few politicians reflect on the full set as well. These are the things that make all parliamentarians seem dishonest and corrupt. And it should be reiterated that the actions of a few people, be it financial mismanagement, be it corruption in the highest order, where people are promised one thing and something else completely is being done, this reflects on the politicians and the people who control the power in our country.